Hello my lovelies, Barbara here with your one card reading for the week ahead. It is Bank Holiday Monday, the 28th of August 2023. Hope you're having a great long weekend. I was teaching tarot on Saturday, but today I shall just chill and just plod around and do things. I'm actually rewriting my manuals, to be fair, but you know, I enjoy doing that. So fantastic, nice relaxing day for me. Anyway, but what is the week ahead going to bring us? So, deck I'm using this week. Here we go. Starman Tarot. Show you the back of it as well. Fantastic boxes. Even the box is great. You know, can't argue with that. The back of the card's pretty boring though. There we go. And as you can see, exceedingly shiny. There we are. And exceedingly large. Now, I've got pretty big hands. And look, only that is hurting my hand to hold it like that. Really large. Very long and thin. However, look at the artwork, and again it's going to be weird trying to, you know, get the light away from it. And this week, and I didn't know where to put my fingers because there's so much symbolism within this card. You know, where I put my fingers, I'm going to hide something. You know, it's ridiculous. So we have the Emperor, major arcana this week for us, guys. It's going to be an interesting week, one where we need to take control of various situations within our lives. That doesn't mean it's like going to be, oh my goodness, I've got to take control. It's, yeah, come on, pull your finger out and take control of your life. A little bit leading on from last week, really. So some of us may not be doing what I said last week. But nevertheless, if you look at this card, let's get it as close as I can. He is Starman. I mean, it's all based on, I don't know, stars, but sort of an outlandish type, you know, star travel, things like that, space travel. And if you look at this guy's legs, again, I'm going to put a picture of this in the, what do you call it, in the comments, because there's so much in there. And do you know what? There'll be some symbolism in there that you'll pick up that will be relevant to you personally. So this week I'm definitely going to put a picture of this in the Facebook comments anyway. So let's have a look at him. So here he is. You can see all these like astronauty type leggings, but he's completely crazy looking because it's a David Bowie type, David Bowie-esque. There we are. It's a good word, isn't it? David Bowie-esque type card. Now this here, this is the first thing that actually grabbed me. And I believe it's it's really hard to tell. A Shri, I think it's called a Shri Yantra, I think. And from what I can remember, and this is going back a long way, it sort of represents the goddess of the ultimate feminine type thing, growth, abundance, things like that. And if you look really, really closely, that sort of makes sense, because though that's here, you see this shape down here. Now, you won't be able to see it very clearly, but if you make it bigger, you can see it's actually the outline of a woman. Now, he's over here. Now, this is very relevant in this deck. So this is the Emperor in charge of what he's created, because that's what emperors do. They don't come into it, you know, because of who they are and where they were born. They've had to fight to become an emperor. And the whole point of the emperor is not only did he have to fight to get there, he also has to remain there. So he's very stern, he's very wise, he's very clever as well. And this guy is also an adventurer, which makes sense. Emperors tend to cross continents, they tend to invade other countries, that sort of thing. I mean, in days gone by. And if you look, where is it? Because it's so small. Down here is a sextant, which is a celestial type thing to, you know, map the stars. So star makes sense. So this is a week where you can potentially, if you take control of the situations around you, that you can actually map out your future long term. So this is a very, very interesting week to make decisions, right? Not what you're going to do next week or the week after. What do I want to be? Where do I want to be? How do I want to be in, say, 5 years' time, 10 years' time? And I don't always go on about, you know, you should plan that far ahead. But there are certain things that you cannot do right this minute. And equally, you don't want to put it on the back burner, but you want to make little inroads to that. Even if it's every now and then look at it and think, well, you know, what can I do in the future to create this, whatever it is you're after? he also has, which is interesting, and again, I've got to try when I get my finger on it. Where did I see it? It's so small. There we are. Again, you won't be able to see it. To you, it would be just a black blob. That's actually a raven. So he's receiving information from the gods, whatever. He is also, now what else? With the sextant, he's traveling. Here we go. Down here, he has a pile of books. So not only is he receiving information from above, it's a little bit like the Hierophant, really, receiving this information from above, he's also has all these physical books in front of him. Knowledge is power. Power is represented by the Emperor. I'm quite forceful. Oh, I'm being the Emperor this week. I'm quite forceful this week. Knowledge is power. So this is the week to start doing your research. Start thinking about how you can move forward long term. What are your long term goals? I mean, it depends on your age, doesn't it, really? If you're 18 years old, your long term goal might be simply just to meet somebody, perhaps settle down. If you're already in that position, it might be to get a bigger house, and so on and so forth. If you're getting near retirement age or are retired, you might think, well, do you know what my long term goal? I want to travel the world. Each person has their own long term goal, and I can't tell you what that is, because this is personal to you. You need to research the subject. Do you know what else is in this? Now, this is bizarre. When I looked at this first, I thought it was a whale. And I did take a very quick snapshot of it because I wasn't sure. And I made it big. I don't know, I'm doing it on the card. I don't want to work on there, is there? It's actually a shark. Well, I think it's a shark anyway. Again, you won't be able to see it until I put it in the picture. Shark, why would he have it? Well, I believe in this deck, this shark is protecting him from his own emotions. Therefore, he is protecting himself from himself. So this is not a week to be emotional about things. This is to be focused and to really take control of things, to actually edge them in the direction you want. Not necessarily, it sounds so selfish, not necessarily what other people think that should be done. This is for the benefit of everyone, but it's down to you to make that decision, the final decision. It's always worse, isn't it, when you've got a group of people? Well, who's going to, make the final decision? Oh, well, do you want to do it? Oh, do you want to do it? No. It's time for you. It's a bit like coming up to a roundabout, with your car, right? Who's going to go first? Make that decision, as long as it's safe, obviously. I'm not going to say just pull out in front of people. But, everybody's sitting there thinking, who's going to go first? Just make the decision. Take control. Be the person who you really, really are deep down. No matter how shy you are, what lack of confidence you have, this week, make that possible, that really possible. Why did I say possible? Effort. That's interesting, isn't it? I said possible. Don't even know what I meant to say. How strange. Possible effort. So perhaps it's already there. Perhaps you don't need to actually create this energy and this confidence. It's already there. You've just got to become a bit of an open book and let it out and let it shine and let it take you forward to where you want to be. So is any other symbolism? See, this is quite an exciting card. Over here, and again, it's very difficult, and I really had to thought, what is that? And I believe they're actually, remember I said divine feminine, the root of life. These, where are they? I've lost it again because it's so weird, this card. These things here that are sort of coming out like this are actually huge tower blocks. It's actually a building coming out. That's what the Emperor does. He creates worlds. He travels to the different parts of the world. He travels everywhere. He creates new places. And here he's creating a symbol, but a symbol of a city. But down here, remember, there's that female side, very small, but it's not forgotten. And in fact, the whole thing is a bit phallic, actually. I've just noticed that is actually a bit phallic, isn't it? Yeah, okay, we won't go into that bit because creation, okay, can be a little bit phallic. So this is a week, remember, that you need to take control of things. The Emperor is such a strong card. This week there may be instances where you do think, oh well, do you know what, I've got to make a decision on this. Great, this is the week to do it. This is the week where you'll make the right decision. Just trust yourself. Be confident. Be the Emperor. Travel. Not necessarily literally, but travel where you want to be within your life. So have a fantastic week. Keep that control and use it for the right reasons. And the right reason is for you and those around you. So, see you next week. Bye for now.